This is going to be one of those topics that I didn't exactly think that I would need to talk about, but, it's trending on Twitter that Pokimane got banned from Twitch for streaming Avatar: The Last Airbender. And I will kind of sort of admit that she might have had it coming. I mean, most people can't even get away with, having a section of a song playing. Streaming the entire series of a show might be pushing it just a tad bit. But before we get too deep into it, I guess I should address the whole Riot Games situation. I mean, if we're going to flame Blizzard Entertainment, Activision Blizzard, whatever the heck you want to call them, for being a bunch of scumbags, and we can't sit here and pretend that Riot Games isn't at least a little bit guilty of some scumbaggery. Even though they are kind of on the upswing with the success they found with Arcane and that game that they put out on Steam, they're doing pretty good for themselves as far as goodwill or what have you. But I do have to give them props, because what you're hearing in the background now for music is Sessions Diana, a creator-safe collection by Riot Games Music. And what I appreciate so much about this is going to go back to the Pokimane situation that I kind of just threw out the window. But when it comes to streaming, content creating in general, we have no type of protection. And as a result, a lot of the times it's just creators trying to find loopholes and trying to break the system for as long as we can before the hammer comes down on us, which is terrible. It's a terrible way to do things for a content creator, and it's terrible for the platform holders who have to, at some point in time, bring that hammer down. I mean, think about it. Because there's no surefire way for us to use music and show footage or do anything. I mean, it's not even that people are constantly trying to steal other people's work. That's not it. You just don't want to sit in silence. Nobody wants to watch my videos with just my monotone voice going through it. But for a long time, that's been what I had to do, because, I'd be putting my channel at risk with this DMCA crap. It's frustrating, because it's, even for example, for a few of my videos, I was using a track from Ape Escape, a PlayStation 1 game. And I finally put it together that it isn't necessarily that it's okay to use old video game musics. It's just there's no one enforcing the punishment for using those songs from those old games, you know what I mean? So this isn't it wasn't a solution. It was just I don't know, trying to fly under the radar all the time isn't the same as working within the guidelines. And, people on Twitch have been streaming cooking shows. Iron Chef, Master Chef, something like that, something chef, because there's no one who's been, putting the smackdown on their streams and hitting them with copyright claims and DMCA strikes and stuff like that. So more and more people are doing it, which is going to bring more and more attention to it. And then when the hammer does come down, it's going to affect more people than it would have if they just said, hey, here's a bunch of stuff that you are 100% okay to stream. I mean, even this Riot thing, right? So I'll put a link down to the video in the description. It's almost 2 hours long, and it says that it's stuff for content creators to use worry-free. And I thought to myself, that is excellent. That's really, really cool. But there's a problem, right? They have a list of the artists in order of, the song tracks. And I thought to myself, Trash Taste recently talked about this. If one of these artists one day gets big enough to get a record deal, and they give all of their songs to that record label, they can potentially strike this video, right? Which would be a strike against Riot Games Music, the YouTube channel, and that would screw over everybody else's opportunity to get recognized, right? Because the rest of the artists, the video goes down, Riot Games has a strike on their channel, and the publicity for the rest of the artists goes completely away, and there's nothing anybody can really do to stop it except try and do like a fair use sort of thing, which, by the way, fails way more often than it actually works. So while it sucks, and I do think that, Pokimane probably shouldn't have been streaming the entire series of Avatar on Twitch, that's all that streamers can really do, is just temporarily stop the system with these ridiculous measures until something more permanent comes up. And this is an issue that's been around for so many years now that it's like, a permanent issue is not just going to show up. Like, Twitch has to do something about this. YouTube has to do something about this. Like, this is a problem that is, it's killing creativity. That's what DMCA is nowadays. Like, this is not to protect. This isn't to protect creators. It's to limit It's to limit creators, And it's stifling. And it's not bringing about mentality of it's pro-theft mentality. People aren't thinking of what they can do to stay in the rules. They're thinking of ways to beat a system that's trying to beat them, which is just more stealing. So more rules have to go into place to combat the stealing. It's terrible. But, for now, we just do what we have to do. Again, the link to this Riot Games compilation will be in the description. They claim that it's safe for content creators, so if you're willing to take that risk, then, it'll be available to you. And hopefully more musicians and more animators and stuff like that do something similar in the future. Just something for people to use without worrying that, this could be an end to their career or their hobby, But anyway, that's all I have to say about that. Let me know down in the comments below if you have some sort of source for free use music and stuff, because I could really, really use it. Also, let me know what you think about DMCA and the protections of creators, because it's a conversation we need to have, right? Like, obviously, I don't want anything I make to be stolen, but at the same time, I'm sick and tired of having to bob and weave through all of these different loopholes to keep my stuff from getting copyright claimed. It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'll see you guys in another video, and as always, thank you for watching. Bye.